Is anyone else getting a little nervous from the lack of media coverage from the Biden administration? I know I am. This reminds me of the Obama years all over again, back when I didn't pay attention to politics or care about what was going on. Joe Biden's already somehow signed over 40 executive orders. 40. In his first 3 days, Joe Biden signed 19 executive orders. In Trump's first 3 days, he only signed one. But hey, look over here. Did you know Joe Biden's middle name is Robinette? It actually is. I looked it up. It's pretty embarrassing. Remember a few months ago at the debates when Joe Biden accused Trump of being a monster that rips kids from their parents' arms at the border and throws them in cages? Now that President Biden's taken control, instead of kids in cages, we have unaccompanied migrant children in overflow facilities. We know who built the cages, Joe. Let's take a little trip back in time to CNN this week from 2017, right when Trump first took office.
This is part of a concerted Russian influence operation that never stopped. We've also seen a lot of what we saw during the campaign in terms of Russian social media intervention never stop. The only issue I took when James Comey testified that the Russians will be back is they've never left in terms of certain parts of their active measures campaign, but it's not at all a surprise that they would make outreach to people they thought would have influence in the administration and misrepresent who they were and what their agenda was.
Mueller time, when the former special counsel testifies before the House Judiciary and Intel committees on live TV starting tomorrow morning. All of it's going to be carried here on CNN. People across the country will be watching, even the president. After all, mornings, that's executive time when he spends hours holed up in the residence watching TV. So, he won't miss this. Sources telling CNN the president is not anxious. He's irritated about Mueller's testimony. Not anxious, but irritated about Mueller's testimony. The proof? He's on Twitter tonight, of course, yelling at Fox News and repeating his phony phrase about the so-called phony witch hunt.
Each member of Congress has to make his or her own decision, so this is not about my encouraging other people to do things other than the American people. This is about my position. This is about what I believe. And this is where I stand. I will not be moved. The president must be impeached.
Join the Senate Democratic leader in calling on the vice president to remove this president by immediately invoking the 25th Amendment. If the vice president and the cabinet do not act, the Congress may be prepared to move forward with impeachment. That is the overwhelming sentiment of my caucus.
They were already calling for him to be impeached, talking about Russia, saying his mental health is in question, all these things, all these accusations, no credible facts to back him up, but they ran with it anyway. Months and years of that. Now cut to this week in CNN. They're still talking about President Trump, no surprise, and they barely mention Joe Biden in any substantial way. Instead, they're talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's the new boogeyman right now. The freshman congresswoman who's been there for like a week, hasn't even voted on anything. She's the new greatest threat to our democracy. Dianne Feinstein's been in office for over 50 years, and her driver was a Chinese spy. Eric Swalwell has been sleeping with a different Chinese spy, but Marjorie Taylor Greene is the problem. So it's rules for thee, but not for me. Another perfect example of this, Hunter Biden investigation, still going on. The person appointed to head it is Hunter's lawyer's business partner. I wonder what's going to get done over there. But hey, look, Puxatoxi Pat saw a shadow. The news about a beaver who has a Cameo page.
They may call him
prognosticator of all prognosticators.
But who would have prognosticated this? Punxsutawney Phil selling personalized messages?
Hi, Ashley. Hi, David. What's up, Mitch?
His handler has to do the verbalizing.
This is Punxsutawney Phil.
But Phil perks up at his own name and is a master at staring soulfully into the camera. He has joined the ranks at Cameo, where humans,
nothing but the very, very best,
like Sarah Palin, get paid to send out customized messages.
Oh, young man, the world is your oyster.
It costs $249. If you want a shout out from Sarah Palin, Punxsutawney Phil is a bargain at $99, though the groundhog has a higher price tag than political prognosticator Anthony Scaramucci, with his $55 fee.
Well, Dan, I got great news for you. Your wife is totally in love with you.
Totally in love with Punxsutawney Phil. At least 136 fans ordered customized messages before Groundhog Day, some celebrating a February 2nd birthday.
Phil, I'm sure, appreciates sharing his special day with you.
Well, it's Groundhog Day. Again?
And with a personalized message, you can relive it over and over, just like in the movie.
That's right, woodchuck chuckers. It's Groundhog Day!
Due to COVID, gone are the crowds of past Groundhog Days, the funny hats, and enthusiastic signs. The proceeds from selling cameos featuring Phil will help offset losses.
China must be happy with how CNN's covering everything. Hat tip to China from CNN. They appreciate it. So that's what they're up to at CNN. Don't sleep on this, guys. Don't let them think everything's fine, because it's not. Keep paying attention. Stay engaged. Keep sharing these videos. I heard a conspiracy theory that President Trump is secretly still president and running a shadow government from Mar-a-Lago. So fingers crossed that that's true. Make sure you guys... I can't say that. Hope you guys like the videos. Like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. ShopFlexus.com for the best merch in the game. Look at this shirt. The Clintons, still selling fast, still everyone's favorite. Get yours today.